Okay, so one new feature of the Vray 5 that I'm testing is the Lightmix. And so basically, we have a fully composed scene. I only omitted the plants, the glass, and some chromatic metal here. The rest of the scene is in a default white gray color. So what I can show you is how it goes from a completely dark scene, and you can use it to build your scene, build the lighting in your scene. So I can turn it all off, and I can show you how it's all built up. So one of the easiest things to start with is an environment light, but because we're using a dome light here, this would not really have an effect. So then I turn on the dome light. You can see the light coming through the window right behind the camera. In order to push a little more light into the scene, I use a rectangle light, and that is placed right in front of the window behind the plants. Right, so if you turn that on, you see it pushes more light into the scene. Right, then I begin to build the rest of the scene with the corners. So I have some emissive materials, I have some mesh lights set up in the recesses, in the coves, so I can turn those on. So for the ceiling, okay, then for all the self illumination, turn that on as well. In order to bring the light into the lobby area, I'm going to turn on these spotlights I put there, so you can see the effect there. Then I can also turn on the rest of the light effect, which is another set of spotlights that is in the main bedroom. This completely lights up the scene, like this makes it really bright. I'm okay with it being bright now because it's by the time we put in the colors are going to absorb a lot of this light. So I've turned that on. Then I can put all my accent lights. So I have some mesh lights in the hanging planter there, and then I have a mesh light at the bedside, so I can put that on. I have a mesh light there in the standing lamp. It's to the left, it's not very visible, but you turn it on. Then I have the effects of those mesh lights shown. So they also have some spotlights, so I can turn on all those accent lights. You can see that how it affects the scene. Right, and the painting IS light. So Lightmix really helps you in lighting up the scene. It can also help you to determine, okay, what the space look like, okay, if we turn off some particular lights, and I'll show you how that affects the scene when it's actually rendered. So but if you're doing the tests, when you're just trying to develop the lighting and the mood of the scene, it's good to use the material override and the light mix.